Well, coming to this, an SAA flight fetching some South Africa's second batch of Johnson & Johnson coronavirus vaccines is in the air. It's heading to Belgium and will bring back 80,000 doses of hope. Heidi Jockers has more on the story and she joins us now. Heidi, I know that flight has taken off, but where is it right now? How many hours is it to go till it lands in Belgium?
So, Tumelo, it's about 3 hours to go before the aeroplane lands in Brussels. It took off about 6-7 hours ago from OR Tambo International Airport. And, of course, this is a cargo flight that has taken off. SAA has not been in the skies for some time now due to the fact that it's in business rescue. It doesn't necessarily mean that just because it's in business rescue, it can't operate. But because of certain operational issues and the business rescue practitioners trying to finalize voluntary severance packages, there has been some kind of setback in terms of flying. But we do know that the national carrier is in the air at this stage, and it's on its way to Belgium, Brussels, to fetch the second batch of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Do we know how much this exercise has cost government, Heidi?
Unfortunately, Tumelo, we cannot get any figure from the Department of Public Enterprises. We do know that the question has been raised with regards to how much this has actually cost, because we do know that it's quite an expensive exercise. And, the question has been raised whether or not it could have been done with another airline or a different kind of operation, because this flight is possibly empty. But we did speak to the acting DDG of aviation from the Department of Public Enterprises, and this is what she had to say about the cost.
We have taken that into account, and we were flying some cargo out on this aircraft and even on the return leg. So from a cost perspective, we have taken those issues into account to make sure that it is commercially viable. We're not just flying the vaccines, but also what was quite imperative was looking at the cost of the lives of our people and making sure that we're able to bring those vaccines back to make sure that the rollout phase does happen within the country.
Sorry, I just want to stick with that a little bit longer. So what is the ultimate cost? It would be good to get figures. Obviously everyone wants lives saved, but I'm just wondering, that sort of cost, how many more vaccines could have been bought, possibly, in another commercial flight?
Yeah, so as you may be aware, we do operate in a competitive environment. And of course, there are confidentiality clauses between ourselves as the department, together with SAA, and the customer within which we have actually contracted. Therefore, we're not at liberty to actually divulge the cost at this point in time.
All right, so we don't know what the costs are as yet, but Heidi, 80,000 doses of vaccines expected to land. Do we know when they will land in South Africa? And also if we should expect more of such operations from SAA?
Yes, most certainly. Tumelo, I think there's definitely a massive effort to try and make sure that SAA is the carrier that fetches the vaccines and brings them back to South Africa. So it seems as though the Department of Public Enterprises is trying to make an effort to make sure that this isn't the last operation or cargo flight that takes off from South Africa to whichever destination it is to fetch the vaccines. But for now, we do know that the Johnson & Johnson second batch, from our understanding, it's about 80,000 vaccines that will arrive on Saturday. And this is according to the Health Minister, Dr. William Kize, who indicated that the next batch will arrive on Saturday. He indicated this in Parliament. So we do know that it will most likely land on Saturday if one considers the time and how long it actually takes to get to Brussels, a resting period for the cabin crew, and then them needing to take off again. So we're expecting that to be around Saturday. But what's interesting here, it's about 5 cabin crew that took off last night, and they are expecting to land in about 2.5 hours. Tumelo, I just checked the flight tracker, and that flight is on track, and it's set to land in Brussels in about 2.5 hours.
Thanks for this update, Heidi Jockers.